Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Let's Play Warcraft III Reign of Chaos. We're in this ancient den that doubles as a prison for someone that Rhonda and Malfurion know very, very well. And we're here on a new patch, a brand new patch, with proper widescreen support. No more nasty looking stretched textures. Look at that, it's beautiful.
Spiders are enormous.
I sense a strange darkness.
These spiders, they're beautiful.
They have been transformed by a great evil.
And it corrected some video issues I've been having throughout this LP while I've been recording. Brought on some balance changes too. Not sure how I feel about changing the balance of the game so late into its life cycle. I'm still leaning towards it being really nice that a decade and a half later, the best game ever gets all this support. Oh, it's so good! So good to have this. Cannot believe this. God, this is I forgot how pretty this game can be when the textures are not that stretched out. Oh, and we have another kind of dungeon crawly mission. I was thinking, you know what, with Slay the Spire and the dungeon run stuff that was introduced in the Hearthstone Kobolds and Catacombs expansion? I was thinking how difficult it would be to work that roguelike kind of genre into an RTS, or into a game mode in an RTS. I guess in the formula of Warcraft, it could just be randomized creeps, but what about a bigger picture?
To these simple creatures, I dare not imagine what it could do to the beasts who live above.
We must put an end to this corruption, no matter the cost.
I was thinking like more dramatically impactful items for the hero units to pick up that could totally transform your army. Or even, this is where it would get really tricky, randomized units, randomized recruits that you find while you're creeping, randomized bases and structures.
By Elun. So be it.
Or finding the tools to get to certain tech trees out on the map. Like, you don't just start off with a random pool of, like, you either start off Night Elf or Orc or Human or Undead or any kind of mix of those.
So be it.
But you get tech structures as you explore, and they can be from any race. Like, you start off with a basic tier 1 unit, you go and explore, and you find plans, you find blueprints or something for, you know, an Ancient of Lore, the Night Elf tier 2 that produces dryads and stuff.
Old priestess, we need your help. Our shaman was bitten by a strange spider and has become deathly ill. Our tribesmen have run off, leaving us to fend for ourselves.
What would you have us do?
The waters of the nearby Fountain of Life can save him, but we dare not leave him in this state. If you can fill this vial with its waters and return it to us, our shaman's life will be saved.
If his wisdom will prevent you from turning feral like your tribesmen, I will gladly save your shaman.
I just remembered that I'm not recording this at 60 FPS. I'll be right back. Alright, I had to switch Shadowplay over to 60 FPS mode. So, I feel like we haven't done one of these side quests in a while. Also, I didn't pick the empty vial up. I thought that went right into one of the hero inventories. So we're gonna shave the Furbolgs. We're gonna save the life of the Furbolg shaman. It's really not that far out of the way. We have to focus, fire down some more banshees, and then we just make a quick stop north, the Fountain of Life, bring it back to the Furbolg chieftain, and we get a useful item for the final Night Elf mission, which we're not too far from. Including this mission, there are 3 missions left in Reign of Chaos, and then we get to move on to the excellent,
goddess
excellent, excellent Frozen Throne expansion.
Anudora.
So I would say we're closing in on like 60% through the LP. Maybe a little bit less, maybe a little more.
Anudora.
This must be the Fountain of Life. I need only place the vial in the fountain's waters.
Oh, we got Tranquility, which is Furion's ult. It's a big AoE healing spell. Comes particularly in handy in this mission, where we have no base building, we have no troops that we can train to replace anything we lose.
Someone threatens the wilds. By Elun.
So Warcraft 3 was actually quite different from the finished product when it was announced in 1999. Whoops.
Be praised, priestess. Truthfully, we doubted that you'd return. Now our shaman has a chance. Again, I must thank you for your help. Take this talisman. Should you require our aid, it will summon us to fight at your side.
Yeah, it gives us an item that has 3 charges on it, and each time we use a charge, it will summon a Furbog warrior to help us out. Just some extra reinforcements. It doesn't take up supply either. But anyway, so the original concept for Warcraft 3 was that it was still going to be an RTS. That was never in question. But the type of RTS, they were leaning more heavily into the addition of the hero units.
The pathway cuts off to the south, but this doorway looks promising.
Oh no. How could I have forgotten?
What is behind this door that worries you, my love?
This door leads to Illidan's prison, Tyrande. We should go. Now.
Illidan. It's been 10,000 years. Could he still be alive? We should free him, Furion. He would be the perfect ally against the undead and their demon masters.
No, Tyrande. That beast must never be set free.
But he is your brother.
Be that as it may, he is far too dangerous. I forbid it.
Only the goddess may forbid me anything. I will free Illidan whether you like it or not.
What threatens these lands?
Yeah, they put him in the 10,000 years dungeon.
It shall be done.
No bueno. So you know how the camera, the cinematic camera can kind of tilt and pan and zoom and all that stuff like we saw in the cutscene? Or you can do that manually yourself and kind of change the camera angle with the scroll wheel a little bit.
How dare you?
And root that thing so it can't possess anyone. That was part of how they originally designed Warcraft 3. The camera tilted, it zoomed in really close, and it tracked the hero.
Gladly.
I'm pretty sure it was, in fact, locked to the hero units. That Cyclone's lasted a little bit longer than I expect. Oh, of course he comes down. Just as I'm getting ready to pack up and leave.
Is there trouble?
An even more drastic change would have been the proposed ideas for Warcraft 2 just after the first Warcraft came out.
Let me pass. The Archdruid of the Moonglade demands passage.
Maiden? I'm game.
I am prepared. As sleep dulled my senses.
You know that really mediocre anime Gate?
Pathetic wretches.
Turn back.
Warcraft 2 was gonna be that. A modern day human military against fantasy orcs coming through the dark portal to modern times. And the rest of the team at Blizzard, aside from like 2 or 3 people, is like, absolutely not. A lot of the anecdotes I've been reciting about the development of this game, by the way, I should have cited this a long time ago, come from a book that one of the longtime Blizzard developers, David Craddock,
Perhaps the creature
row. It's called Stay a While and Listen.
But why would he call them bear gods when they appear as I do? Foul spawn of Deathwing. I should have known that you loathsome beasts would take refuge within the flames of the earth.
Ooh, it's interesting. That's the first time I actually caught the reference to Deathwing. But yeah, that book, Stay a While and Listen, it's a really good pickup, and it doesn't just have a lot of anecdotes about the behind-the-scenes stuff from Warcraft 3 or the Warcraft series. It's all of Blizzard stuff.
Ah, the Druids of the Claw are awake already. Come, my brothers, we have much to do. What? They have lost themselves to their animal aspects. They're mindless and feral.
In the Raven's name.
The Horn's call might work, but it would reach only a few of them in this part of the cavern. The land and I are one.
Oh, the music here kicks ass. So we've acquired druids of the Talon as of this mission, and we've been seeing what they're capable of. They have that autocast that is now turned off as to not burn their mana. That autocast being Fairy Fire, and it reduces the armor of the target. I'm gonna pop this now, because we have a couple of things pretty low, and I don't want to lose anything. They also have that Cyclone ability, which is what's currently lifting the bear up into the air. Harmlessly, out of the way, unable to attack us. So those are the Druids of the Claw, by the way, in their bear aspect forms. Both of our Night Elf Druid units are capable of transforming. The Druids of the Talon, cool thing about them is once they have their tier 2 training upgrade, they can transform into ravens, and they become air units, or flying units rather. Okay, we just barely have enough mana for one more Cyclone if we need it. Then we also have Furian's Entangling Roots as a crowd control, just to root the bears so we can pass safely by. Oh, hello. Speaking of which, and we have a bunch of slimes down here. Really handy ability. I didn't even realize Tranquility cooled down that quickly. That is handy to know. And right after being tossed up in the air by a cyclone, there went back to its patrol route instead of attacking. Awesome. Oh, get in there.
I don't know what came over us. It's been so long since we remembered who we were.
All is well, Theroshan. I have need of you and your mighty brethren once again. After these many ages, the Burning Legion has returned, and only our combined strength can drive them back.
Then we Druids of the Claw are yours to command, Shandor Stormbridge.
I cannot go back. Goddess grant that Furian is wrong.
Your quest is foolhardy. Even your goddess has condemned the one you seek to free.
The goddess calls.
Now that Furian has awakened the Druids of the Claw, we'll also get access to them in their bear form and their other really useful utility abilities. Next mission. For now, we have to keep this Huntress alive. I think it's a lot more difficult to keep the Huntresses and the Archers with Tyrande alive, but then again, you also get a few replenishments, reinforcements later in the mission. So they kind of acknowledge that.
Immediately.
because you have zero crowd control with this group. And I think you also have to do a lot more fighting.
The goddess calls. So be it.
So just as Furion went his own way to find a good spot to blow the Horn of Cenarius, to bring some of the druids back to their senses, we are going deeper in the opposite direction to find Illidan.
My way, the goddess calls. I heed the voice of Illidan.
I forgot about that panther noise.
Make it fast.
Sounds like an RE4 enemy.
My way, Isaiah. The goddess calls.
And then we also have our ultimate for Tyrande, which if we could find a good opportunity, I would use it, but that ultimate is Starfall, which is a channeled AoE damaging ability.
In position.
Makes her a really good counterpart to Furion, actually. His is channeled healing,
Our warriors have engaged.
Tyrande's is channeled damage. Doing pretty well to keep this 100 alive. Unfortunately, the tight corridors and all of the ranged units in the back lines make it difficult to get her back to the front to put a little bit of damage in. Collision sizes and whatnot. Actually, that reminds me of a funny bug that every map maker will be super familiar with. If you set a unit's collision size to 0 in the map editor, and then you play on that map,
So be it.
there is a high likelihood that it will cause a server split where half the server will disconnect from your custom game.
By Elun.
And I don't think that was ever fixed.
So be it.
So whenever you had to make some kind of dummy unit, like an invisible dummy unit, like the kind we were discussing used in Dota in some of those custom spells,
In
The
position.
goddess calls.
you would have to make the collision size like 0.00001 instead of just nothing.
Make it fast.
I really wish we could have found some healing wards in those crates. Because this fight is definitely getting Starfall.
I am slow.
Oh, I shouldn't have done that on this bridge.
My way.
Someone
Almost got the Huntress away. Maybe if I had kept her by Tyrande. I think those two were both hitting the one that's still alive. We'll never know. We'll get a replacement for that Huntress.
as the goddess wills.
For now,
Inventory is full.
now I get the healing ward. Now I get
So
the
be
healing wards.
I
Damn
heed the
it.
voice of
Oh, shit.
Illidan. By Elun.
Okay, this second circle of power will open that gate up. And then we'll take everyone right on through. And I think that's about halfway done with Tyrande's section of this dungeon.
So be it.
I love this ramp up in this song.
As the goddess wills.
I think the Warcraft series has always had really underrated soundtracks, and that goes not just for Warcraft 1 through 3, but WoW as well. WoW has some surprisingly good musical tracks. I feel like people don't tend to associate MMOs with their soundtracks. Final Fantasy XIV and WoW are both just outstanding in that regard, though.
Speak your mind.
Get these two out of here.
Absolutely.
Someone
Perfect.
tunes the wilds.
And we can even shoot a lot of these spiders through the gate. These are prisoners webbed up.
Immediately.
Also, you can see egg sacs in the room, so once we
In the name
traipse in, those will pop open. We have to deal with them before we can free the prisoners and get our reinforcements. This is going to be a rough fight.
Done.
Look how low some of these units are getting, too.
Someone threatens the wilds. By Elun.
One survived with 2 HP.
Immediately.
And then even more in here.
Your move.
I'm gonna pull 2 of these off. Just go in here with my low health archer and grab even more reinforcements.
The treants move to block my path. Only a powerful druid could command such creatures. I heed the voice.
And we even have a little pupper with us.
Someone threatens the wilds.
That pupper being Loki.
I heed the voice of Illidan.
This is such a tight, winding map. It's not that gigantic, but it just winds around. It's labyrinthine. And they use pretty much all the real estate they have on that map.
By Elun. So be it. As the goddess wills.
Ooh, the drums in this section are real nice. I don't need to be here.
Our warriors have engaged.
Oh, stuff already spawned? Okay. No, don't shoot Loki. Don't shoot dog. Arth, do not dust Arthas. I know you're watching this. Don't dust your golden Arthas. That pupper is too good. Don't do it, Arth.
By Elun. So be it.
Don't shoot the dog. Don't shoot Arthas. He's the Lick King. This is probably not... we're never going to get them too grouped up because of their patrol routes, so I don't know if the Starfall was necessarily the best decision here.
I heed the voice of Elun.
Oh well.
In the name of Cenarius.
It's not that bad.
So be it.
Should be all of them. Then we have, I want to say, one more fight in here. Oh, no, I'm wrong. Immediately disproven. In fact, I think the second to last fight now?
Someone threatens the wilds.
Oh, I would love the range upgrade for the archers right about now.
As the goddess wills.
Only we get an Ancient of War.
So be it.
In position.
Why did you not pull with the rest of the units?
I heed the voice of Elun.
Hold, priestess. This place is forbidden, even to one such as you. There is a terrible evil here that must remain chained beneath the earth.
Illidan was considered a great hero once. I believe he will become one again.
Madness! You would doom us all by freeing the betrayer.
I've chosen a really poor position to take this fight. With these weird chokes and fighting uphill. It wound up with a bunch of my units getting separated against different unit groups of treants. Which is not great for me. Lost so much just due to poor positioning on my part. This is still doable, right? Yeah. This is fine-ish. Luckily, he has no health.
As the goddess wills. Illidan, is that you?
Rhonda, it is your voice. After all these ages spent in darkness, your voice is like the pure light of the moon upon my mind.
The Legion has returned, Illidan. Your people have need of you once more.
Because I once cared for you, Rhonda, I will hunt down the demons. But I will never owe our people anything.
Then let us hurry back to the surface. The demon's corruption spreads with every second we waste. Furion.
It has been an eternity, brother. An eternity spent in darkness.
Illidan, you were sentenced to pay for your sins. Nothing more.
And who are you to judge me? We fought the demons side by side, if you recall.
Enough of this, both of you. What is done is done. My love, with Illidan's help, we will drive the demons back once again and save what is left of our beloved land.
Have you even considered the cost, Tyrande? This betrayer's aid may doom us all before the end. I will have nothing to do with this.
I am free after 10,000 years. Yet still my own brother thinks I am a villain. I'll show him my true power. I'll show him that the demons have no hold over me.
Are you certain of that, Demon Hunter? Are you certain your will is your own?
You reek of death, human. You'll regret approaching me.
Come then. You'll find that we're evenly matched.
We could go on fighting like this forever. What is it you truly want?
The Dreadlord who commands this undead army is called Tychondrius. He controls a powerful warlock artifact called the Skull of Gul'dan. It is responsible for corrupting these forests.
And you wish for me to steal it? Why?
Let's just say that I have no love for Tychondrius, and the Lord I serve would benefit from the Legion's downfall.
Why should I believe anything you say, little human?
My master sees all, Demon Hunter. He knows that you've sought power your whole life. Now it lies within your grasp. Seize it, and your enemies will be undone.
I'm blind, not deaf.
And now we get something quite different, which is Illidan going off on his own.
Are there demons nearby? Evil draws close.
And a couple of Druids of the Claw, our new unit that we got last time. These guys are our tier 2 frontline tanky units. They can transform into bears, which makes them pretty formidable. In their Druid forms, they have some really strong utility abilities. They have rejuvenation at the first level of their upgrade training, which is a really good heal over time. And they start off with Savage Roar, which is just a straight up buff to everything around them. A straight up damage buff. Really insanely useful. Unfortunately, we don't actually need all that many Druids of the Claw for this mission, because I find archers to be incredible for the majority of things that we're going to be fighting.
Lord Tychondrius commanded us to kill.
So I think the order of the day is probably going to be a lot of archers and a lot of dryads. In particular, we have a lot of these corrupted satyrs to go up against. We have Infernals, we have Doom Guards, and then we have Tychondrius, who is a Dreadlord. So yeah, I'm not going to be making too many of these expensive melee units, especially since Savage Roar does not stack. So I only need a couple of those. And we're going to get lots of upgrades for the archers as well. Then Illidan himself is a hero that we have not yet run into. He is a demon hunter.
Is that all?
So he has a passive that gives him evasion. He has mana burn, which is a nuke that drains 150 mana from the target and does damage based on how much mana was burned off. And he has Immolation Aura, which is something that he can toggle on and off. While it's on, it drains mana per second, but it does damage over time to everything around him. And his ultimate is actually something that we won't level up. Instead, we'll just get it as a permanent buff once we finish with the Skull of Gul'dan. And there's something else worth noting about Illidan. So have you heard of Pandaren or Pandarian? Pandaria. You probably have if you follow Warcraft at all. And today, we have occasion to talk about the Pandaren, everyone's favorite race of sapient panda people. So one of the longtime Blizzard artists, a dude named Samwise Didier, has a huge obsession with pandas, and he includes them in a lot of his art. He draws himself as a panda, and includes them in some of the art for Blizzard's games as an Easter egg in-game. And one such Easter egg is right here on Illidan's Warglaives. Might be a little bit hard to see, so I'm going to put a picture up. And then a year after Warcraft 3 came out, Blizzard did an April Fool's joke. I'm gonna pull these very carefully. I only got the one, that's awesome. These things are a giant pain in the ass. Especially if you get 3 at once, the fight just goes completely off the goddamn rails. So we're gonna pull them one at a time, then deal with the Ancient. And then everything that comes after. Nope.
To me.
All the units are getting overzealous. So they did an April Fool's joke in 2003 where they were like, hey guys, we're adding a new race to Warcraft 3. They're going to be sapient panda bears. Haha. And then in the Frozen Throne, they added some more overt Pandarian stuff. Like, there's a whole neutral hero, the Pandaren Brewmaster, and some other more Easter eggy kind of content. So it went from Easter egg to joke to kinda sorta canon. We're not sure if we're counting neutral heroes in the game, not in the story, as canon, so skirting the edge of that. And then there were panda Easter eggs that continued throughout their games. We got panda cards in Hearthstone. And then the 5th, 6th, something like that, expansion for World of Warcraft comes out, and it's Mists of Pandaria. It reveals a whole new continent inhabited primarily by Pandaren. And yeah, all the panda dudes are canon now. And people were super divided about that, because I don't know. I honestly don't know, actually. I don't know why they were so controversial. Some people really hated that expansion just on the basis of, oh god, it's too goofy and silly. The panda people, fuck off.
Are there demons
really? There's so much goofier stuff in Warcraft lore.
Is that all where the Skull of Gul'dan is kept? These paltry demons will not prevent me from claiming it.
But hey, that's the origin story of the Pandaren, of Pandaria. We'll actually see a little bit more of the panda Easter eggs in the Frozen Throne. And not just the Brewmaster. But we will hopefully have occasion to mess around with him. The Infernals, I think, are where this gets really, really annoying, and these are far from the last Infernals that we're going to be fighting. Also, unfortunately, we got this Doomguard joining in. Oh, but you can just see how all these ranged units, especially the archers with their piercing damage, rip through the Doomguards. Perfect. Now, what we have to do is destroy the Demon Gate. And continue producing maybe one more Druid of the Claw to replace what we lost. Oh hey, Fellhound came out of the portal. So this thing just basically acts as a unit production structure for demons. So every, 30, 40 seconds, a new demon's gonna pop out of it. So the faster we take this down, the better. And we're gonna do this without Ballistae, because there just isn't enough in the way of having to push bases over to justify the cost of investing in a ballista or two. It's really just a couple of those corrupted ancient towers and the Demon Gate.
Hardly a challenge. Now, at least the demons will no longer corrupt the forests. But if I destroy the skull and claim its power as my stronger than any of Archimon's lieutenants. Yes, the power should be mine.
Now I am complete. Hardly a challenge.
Our time is short.
On your mark.
Of course.
And this is what Illidan's ultimate looks like. Normally, in like a normal melee scenario,
Speak to me.
his level 6 ability would be called Metamorphosis, and it would be a temporary version of this where you spend mana, you pop it, it's a long cooldown, and it gives you pretty much these benefits, this chaos damage, this ranged attack, the bonus damage, all that stuff. I think the extra HP, armor, HP regen, it's just a huge buff and a range attack on him, and a different damage type. But for the purpose of this mission of, you know, consuming Illidan with this demonic energy from the Skull of Gul'dan, what it is in this context is a permanent upgrade into a demonic form.
Hardly a challenge.
And it's
Easily.
gonna make
Is that all?
assaulting Tichondrius a little more manageable. I don't think I want to go this way. Is this really the quickest way? I thought there was a route from the gold mine that we cleared earlier.
Is that all?
Yeah, there is. I'm just tugging them back and forth. Hope we can get that armor upgrade that's gonna come in handy. Really, the thing that wreaks havoc is the immolation aura from the Infernals, that passive damage over time that everything takes, plus their chaos damage. But we can mitigate as much as possible. Squeeze as much longevity out of our units as we can.
Is that all?
And of course we got all the different voice lines for him. Modulated all to hell. Pitch shifted.
The great outdoors.
And we're gonna keep up with just almost exclusively archers and dryads for this mission. Oh, these motherfucking infernals, I hate them. I hate them in this mission.
My strength is yours.
Oh, I actually didn't mean to pull both of those. This is okay. Ooh, that's worse. I forgot that there were this many demons right before Tichondrius. Because even once we get to him, we have to deal with him. He's level 10, and he's not just a level 10 hero, he's also a really buff version of a level 10 hero. And he gets to do a lot of bullshit. Gets to do lots and lots of bullshit.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Is that a big deal? That's quite a bit of corrupted treants. Might have to TP back.
Is there trouble?
Also, we have a pack up here doing fuck all for some reason. Yeah, we're gonna pop this town portal scroll, I think. Just send everyone back at once. Take the Uber home, take the lift. Had a heavy night of drinking.
The sleeper has awakened.
Got the sleepers awake now.
Are there demons nearby?
Got the Uber hunter Ubered in.
I'm not deaf.
Oh, where are you going? Oh, I missed Claws of Attack. I think there's another Claws of Attack on this map, but it's not worth hunting them down, I don't think.
Are there demons nearby?
And we'll take this, though, since it's right in my way.
Evil draws close.
That doesn't even lose us all that much time, either. Hopefully this is enough. If not, this might wind up taking 2 waves of attack against Tichondrius. This can actually be kind of a pain in the ass.
The great outdoors. Insufficient gold. Insufficient
We'll
gold.
see how this goes, though.
Insufficient gold.
You dare speak to me?
We are out of creeps on the map,
Challenge.
so we can't really supplement our gold all that well with that, and I, again, don't intend to expand. We're going to do this kind of the hard way, but the fast way if I do it right. Fortunately, I can't pull them,
Our warriors
unless
have
they
engaged.
decide to reset to a different position once they leash. And here comes the fun. That's the thing that makes assaulting Tichondrius a gigantic challenge, is his ability to summon trios of infernals on top of everything else that sucks about him. And he gets to do that, not unlimited number of times, as far as I'm aware. He gets to do that pretty frequently. Oh, shit.
What is nature's call?
Who's out of mana, so it's not like his death mattered all that much, but that's one less meat tank that we have, keeping the immolation aura away from the ranged units. Right, so I would still like to pull some of these Doom Guards.
Making trails.
Should have pulled with the Dryad the first time. Since they're spell immune, they are immune to the Doom Guard's cripple. Come on now. Even if I have to do this in 2 waves, I'll be happy if I take both of the Doom Guards out first because they do not respawn.
Let's see how confident you are against one of your own kind.
Oh man, I think I'm gonna Zerg down the Doom Guards and ignore the Infernals for now. Because I can't just keep poking and losing a couple of units at a time without getting anything done, which is kind of what's happening. Okay, so not so bad. Ooh, and now we're starting to lose stuff, because Tichondrius is really strong. He is a conal AoE in Crypt Swarm. And we have the chaos damage and the immolation aura from the Infernal wreaking havoc. I think this... Are we good? Between the HP regeneration and the evasion? I think I barely lose this. Which is a shame, because I think I have to go home. Yeah, with the extra Infernals coming in, we have to go home. Ah, I don't want to go home. Yeah, no, I can't win this fight. Damn it. Damn it, damn.
Sacred grove is being desecrated.
Oh, son of the bitch. If it was just one extra wave of Infernals, that's manageable, but the fact that he can do that multiple times causes no end of trouble. So what we're gonna do is go back home, heal Illidan up, reinforce quite a bit, and then take one more shot at this, which is all that we should need. This one lone archer versus the world. We have Moonwells on autocast though, so this is not going to be a problem. And everyone else is arriving from the Tichondrius fight. Look at her hold her own like this. It's amazing. Unfortunately, we lost 2 of those Moonwells, so it's a little bit harder to fully heal Illidan up, I think. His HP regeneration's quite high, though. Where did y'all come from? I do not need this right now. I've never seen this before. Infernals and the Doom Guard in my base on this mission? Oh, I so don't need that bullshit right now. Okay, go heal up, Archer. You did a super good job earlier. Might not even be the same one, but still.
I'm blind, not deaf. You dare speak.
Luckily, Dryads and Archers are inexpensive, so we can reload real quick, and this should be good. We're still gonna get this newest trio of Infernals coming in once we re-engage Tichondrius, but
Are there demons nearby?
I'm feeling pretty good about this attack.
You dare speak to me?
Just not having the Doom Guards alone will be a big help.
You'll regret approaching me.
And then if this has to take a 3rd or 4th attempt, I'm going to do a little bit of cutting to when I have a much larger army than this. Oh, hey. What's up, Infernal?
Are we being invaded?
What's up, my dude? They have gigantic health pools as well. So even with all the damage Illidan and the army put out, they still take a minute.
Regret approaching me.
Okay, that's a good way to start. That's not. That's 2, that's 3. Ah, fuck. Everyone's in a really nice position, though, to maximize the damage output. Like, there's none of my units are missing out on getting damage in. Fuck no, not again. Well, no, Illidan's at full health this time. So even if I just go blow for blow with Tichondrius, that's fine. I'll still have just a small handful of units alive. So we win this fight. We definitely win this time. Until we get 3 more Infernals coming in. And Tichondrius' HP regen is even more insane than Metamorphosize Illidan, because he healed to full in the time it took to get back to him. Nah, we're okay this time, though. Round 2 went our way. And now we have 1 mission left in the entirety of Reign of Chaos. And it is a doozy.
Foul demon! What have you done with my brother?
It is I, Furion. This is what I've become.
No. Illidan, how could you?
The leader of the undead has been destroyed, and the forests will heal in time.
At the cost of your soul? You are no brother of mine. Be gone from this place, and never set foot in our lands again.
So be it, brother.
We have no time for this, Furion. What are we doing out here?
Last night in a dream, the great raven spoke to me and summoned me to this place.
We were summoned here as well.
Who are you, Outlanders?
I am Thrall, son of Duratan, war chief of the Horde.
And I am Jaina Proudmoore, leader of the human survivors of Lordaeron.
You are not welcome here.
Peace, priestess. They've come to aid you against the Legion.
It was you in my dream. But who are you to make such an offer to us?
I am the reason for the Legion's return. Years ago, I brought the Orcs into this world, and by doing so, I opened a path for the demons as well. For my sins, I was murdered by those who I cared for most. Despite my death, war raged across the lands of the East for many long years, leaving entire kingdoms devastated in its wake. Now, at long last, I have returned to set things right. I am Medivh, the last Guardian. I tell you now, the only chance for this world is for you to unite in arms against the enemies of all who live.
Next up, we have the Battle of Mount Hyjal. Thank you all for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Hope to see you on the next episode. Take it easy. Have a good one, everyone.